Elizabeth, the woman who believed beyond barrenness. The Judean hills carried an air of ancient silence, broken only by the sound of temple bells in the distance. In a quiet village lived Elizabeth, a woman whose name meant "God is my oath." She was a descendant of Aaron, born into a priestly line and married to Zechariah, a priest who served in the temple of the Lord, Luke 1:5. Together they were known for their devotion. Luke records, "Both of them were righteous in the sight of God, observing all the Lord's commands and decrees blamelessly." Luke 1:6. Their neighbors admired their faithfulness, but whispers followed them wherever they went, for Elizabeth was barren. In a culture where children were seen as a blessing and a sign of God's favor, her empty arms were often mistaken as a mark of shame. Years turned into decades. Hope flickered like a dim candle. Yet Elizabeth kept her heart tethered to God. She prayed, she wept, she waited. Though her womb was silent, her worship was not. One ordinary day, while Zechariah served in the temple, offering incense before the Lord, heaven broke into their story. An angel appeared and declared that their prayers had been heard. "Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you are to call him John." Luke 1:13. This child would not be ordinary. He would prepare the way for the Messiah, turning hearts back to God. Luke 1:16-17. Zechariah staggered under the weight of this promise. How could it be? He and Elizabeth were old, well past the years of childbearing. Because of his doubt, the angel silenced Zechariah's voice until the day the promise would be fulfilled. When he returned home, mute but burning with holy awe, Elizabeth soon discovered her body had come alive with the miracle of life. "The Lord has done this for me," she said. "In these days he has shown his favor and taken away my disgrace among the people." Luke 1:25. For 5 months Elizabeth remained in seclusion, cradling the miracle within her. Every flutter in her womb reminded her that God's promises never expire, no matter how long the wait. Her waiting years had not been wasted. They had prepared her to steward a son destined to herald the coming king. Her faith, tested through barrenness, now blossomed into testimony. A visit from Mary. One day her younger cousin Mary came rushing into her home. Mary's face glowed with both wonder and uncertainty. She too was carrying a child, conceived not by man but by the Holy Spirit. As Mary greeted her, something extraordinary happened. When Elizabeth heard Mary's greeting, the baby leaped in her womb, and Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit. Luke 1:41. With prophetic fire, Elizabeth cried out, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the child you will bear. But why am I so favored that the mother of my Lord should come to me?" Luke 1:42-43. Even before John's birth, Elizabeth bore witness to the Messiah growing within Mary. Her words strengthened Mary's faith, confirming that the impossible was truly unfolding in their lives. Months later, Elizabeth gave birth to a son. Neighbors and relatives gathered to celebrate, urging her to name him after his father. But Elizabeth stood firm. "No, he is to be called John." Luke 1:60. At that moment, Zechariah's tongue was loosed, and he praised God, prophesying of their son's destiny as the forerunner of Christ. Luke 1:67-79. Elizabeth's long season of barrenness had birthed not only a child but a legacy. Her faith became part of the foundation for the gospel story. She carried not just John but also the assurance that nothing is impossible with God. Luke 1:37. The inspiration for us today. Elizabeth's story is a song of hope for every barren heart, for those who have waited long, prayed hard, and wondered if God has forgotten.
Her life reminds us faithful living is never wasted. Luke 1-6.
God's timing is always perfect. Luke 1:13. Your story can encourage someone else's faith. Luke 1:41-45. Elizabeth shows us that even when society counts you out, God is writing a bigger narrative. What looks like delay is often divine preparation. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share to support us reach more people. God bless you.